just pointing out that in your view, there's no intentionality because everything is hard determined, so people don't really operate with desires or intentions.
No, definitely.
Well, Coco, can you define sentience? Can you even tell me what it is? Can you pinpoint when it begins? Are you aware of the literature of fetal pain as early as 8 weeks? Why don't you err on the side of caution and say, like, maybe this thing is sentient, we should be, like, careful?
I do need to do more research on this topic so I can defend it correctly, so that's why I don't typically debate this.
You can let Anne answer that.
And if you want to, you can take it, or we can call Destiny maybe, and he could do this.
Wait, answer what?
Your mom.
Oh, true. What was the question that quote-unquote stumped Destiny? You know, Lord and Savior of debates.
He's the god. He's literally the god.
No, he's fucking not. Please, let's be so for real.
It was literally because during the debate, Destiny said he does not value the potential. He said he doesn't value potential, and he values sentience. So I said, like, if you value sentience and not potential, how do you account for drinking while pregnant? Why do you think that's wrong? Because you can't say future harm because that's potential. And he's like, I don't know.
I got a question.
Wait, but he could have just said drinking while pregnant.
Hold on. Martin has a question. Go ahead, Martin.
Sorry about that. But why do you guys want to kill the baby so bad?
Define baby.
I hate babies.
You see the ones on the screen there, like when they got the umbilical cord in the head and the legs.
I just want to kill babies because I want to be more like God, and
God don't kill no babies.
To heaven.
That's crazy.
Which babies does God kill?
Oh, are you kidding me? Like, there's many instances in the Bible where God kills babies. I'm just trying to be more godly.
I don't remember that.
Have you heard of the Midianites?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I can tell you a story.
Why would you want the babies to like suffer on Earth? Like, why wouldn't you want them to like go to heaven and be with God and everything? You know?
Well, because they're babies. They haven't even been born yet.
Yeah, but don't you want them to just like start eternity?
I mean, but if they can start in the world, then why don't we just do that?
Are they going to suffer in the world?
I mean, it depends on where they're born.
Do you think anyone can live without any suffering at all?
It depends what you count as suffering.
Yeah, anything that's like less than perfect or ideal.
Yeah, nothing's perfect. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, so do you think that they can go through heaven without suffering at all?
I mean, but why would we do that? I mean, they gotta live?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but do you value more suffering or less suffering in the world?
I mean, I feel like what you guys are saying, nothing less than perfect, that isn't suffering.
Well, I mean,
I don't like
any instance of suffering. Yeah, any instance of suffering more than what is already like being
normal
experienced now would be a bad thing, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah, but not everybody goes through that much suffering, don't they?
Well, I mean, like, even one minor instance of suffering is just one more account of suffering than already exists.
I mean, yeah, but that's how, like, humans need to learn that that's, like, a part of life.
So then you're okay with suffering. You think that suffering is a good thing.
I mean, I don't think it's a good thing. I mean, it's something inevitable is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, if it's not a good thing and we could prevent suffering from happening, wouldn't you opt to prevent suffering as opposed to just having more suffering in the world?
Why? By ending someone's potential at living and living life?
Sure, I mean, like, that's one route, right? But would you agree that reducing suffering overall would be a beneficial thing?
Yeah, but I think there's other ways in abortion to make that succeed.
Well, it just so happens that, like, if we just abort babies and they are able to go to heaven and be with God and live a life of non-suffering as opposed to just one more instance of suffering, that would be the beneficial thing to do. So I think you agree with abortion.
We don't know what happens when someone dies, do we?
So
like,
do
for
you not
sure?
think that they go to heaven?
I never stated my religious beliefs.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think that They don't go to heaven?
I got no clue where they go. And nobody has any legitimate fact that states where
Well,
someone goes after
I'm a,
life. You know what I mean?
I'm a Southern Baptist, so I
All
believe
right.
wholeheartedly they'll go to heaven.
You
So
believe
it's my moral obligation. It's my moral obligation to abort as many babies as possible.
Oh.
I don't agree with that. So what you're saying is we should just abort babies for no reason?
No, I gave you a reason. Like the reason is to reduce suffering.
I mean, but you said everybody suffers, so by that logic, we should abort all babies, right?
Yeah, exactly. We should abort as many babies as possible.
You're a very not too smart guy.
Yeah, well, you haven't really defeated. You've actually agreed with me throughout all the premises, so I'm not sure.
I don't see
pointing out.
where I agreed with you. Could you give me an example, please?
Sure. So you agreed that we should reduce suffering. You agreed that at least one instance of suffering more than what already exists is a bad thing. You agreed that we should do everything possible to minimize suffering. So you agreed on all my points. So I don't know what you're saying.
And I said abortion isn't the way. Is like the least, like there's other ways in abortion to achieve that is what I mean. Is what I said.
Yeah, so can you give me an alternative to having a life not go through any type of suffering in the world?
Not go through any type of suffering? I mean, it's a part of life, so you can't just not go through any suffering.
No, that's not an answer. No, I didn't ask if suffering is a part of life. You said there are alternatives to eliminating all suffering, so then therefore you have an alternative. What's the alternative to make sure that all babies do not suffer at all through this life?
I mean, at all. I mean, you can't. That's impossible. I mean, that's impossible.
Okay, so then you don't have an alternative. You said
I mean,
there are
but
alternatives.
I'm saying. So what you're saying is that we should abort everything under any circumstance, and I'm saying under some circumstances, there's ways that we can alleviate the suffering that one will go through. That's what I'm saying. I mean, when it comes to
fine,
baby,
but
hey, I'm not done.
Hold on, Martin. You're not contending because you're saying that.
I'm not done.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
not done.
It doesn't matter. You're not
I'm
done.
not done.
You're not addressing.
Yeah,
the
I'm not
point.
done.
You're not addressing
I'm
the
not
point.
done. I'm not done.
So then answer the question. What the alternative is?
I'm not done. Like, can you be quiet, please?
No, not at all. Not until you answer the question.
Okay, what was it? What was the
In terms
question?
of what the alternative is. Yeah.
I mean,
you said
it
that there are
depends on the
alternatives.
situation. You
to
can't
reducing suffering.
give anything that broad and not expect different scenarios as to how something will play out.
Yeah, well, you specifically made a claim. You said that there are other alternatives besides abortion to reduce or eliminate all suffering, right?
Yeah, to
or at
reduce-
least eliminate
to reduce
eliminate all suffering. Because
Not all suffering.
my proposition is eliminate all suffering, right? And a way to do that is through aborting every baby, right? Because they won't have an instance of suffering. And you said that was dumb, even though you agreed with all my premises.
It is dumb.
You said it's dumb because hold on. You said it's dumb because there are alternatives to eliminate all suffering. So I'm still waiting to hear what your alternative.
I never said eliminate all sufferings. I just said eliminate.
All right, so then you agree with
unnecessary-
me, and
No,
you
no,
haven't
no,
defeated
no.
my argument yet. So thank you.
I said eliminate unnecessary suffering. I mean, if we abort
Why
all
are we
babies,
why are we adding a qualifier of unnecessary? Like, who determines what's?
I mean, because
what's not
what you're
necessary?
saying is you don't want anybody to continue living. I mean, you're on some Thanos shit, man.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I mean, I just think you're like the dumbest guy I ever met. Like, no offense, but
Yeah,
you're being
you keep on saying that. But for the dumbest guy, you still have not defeated my argument.
Yes,
You've
because you're not
actually agreed
listening.
with me and not defeated my argument. So it seems like you're even
not
dumber than
listening.
I am.
I feel like you wanted to be aborted, man. I feel like you're just a mistake.
Martin, just lay out
I
what's
wish
wrong
you
with
were
this argument.
aborted. Like, I wish you were aborted because
I wish you
Whoa,
were.
whoa,
Shit.
whoa.
I'm living in my $1 million mansion, motherfucker.
Martin, how many
I highly doubt that,
have
Martin.
you had?
Oh, what'd you
Martin.
say? What'd you say? Not
I
Amir?
said I highly doubt that.
I'm not talking to you, Samurai.
It's
What'd you
not
say, not Amir?
Amir, not Amir.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
I asked you how many Bud Lights have you had so far this afternoon?
I don't drink Bud Light.
Are you drinking anything?
I don't
He's
drink.
in his $1 million mansion. He's not drinking. He's drinking Coors Light.
Hey, Samurai Jim, how much you weigh, brother? Be honest.
Me, I weigh 175.
How tall are you?
5'10".
Okay, I got a question. Are you in the Houston, Texas area?
No, but I could fly over there. Why? You want
Yeah,
to
Wait,
you
meet up?
fly
Coco.
I'll
over there,
square
I'll
up with
kick
you,
your
son.
ass.
Hey,
I'll
I
square
You
live
up
fly
with
close.
over
you.
here, I'll
I'll
kick your
square up with
fucking
Wait,
you.
ass.
Coco,
Yeah,
don't you live
why
in
do I have to
Houston?
fly out to a dumber person than I am? Why
What?
doesn't a
Hey,
dumber
you
person
know
fly
what?
out to me?
I got the money. I'll fly you out, baby. I'll fly you
Coco,
Yeah,
out.
don't you
you
live in
live in a
Texas?
$1 million
$1 million
mansion. You
mansion,
should have the money.
motherfucker.
Wait,
Fly me out,
wait,
son.
wait, Jim,
Fly me
Okay,
Jim,
out.
Jim.
okay, and send me your cash app.
Hold on,
I'll pay you for your
hold on,
ticket right
Jim.
now.
Hold on, Jim. Let me ask you,
I'll send it to you on DMs.
what
Okay,
part?
bet. Hey, I'm gonna send you my address too.
Hey, Martin.
So what I want
I
is
can
I
take
want
my
your face
time.
and I want your information. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take
Hey,
my
Martin,
time.
where in Houston do you live, by the way? Because I live close to
Houston.
Houston.
Oh
Host is
yeah, shit! I'll
talking.
run a fade on your ass too. Shit.
Yeah,
I'm in Tomball. I'm just northeast of
I
Houston or
think Coco
northwest of
was
Houston.
talking, the host, you know.
Oh no, I was just saying I reclaim my time, but no, you can keep going.
no, I have a
Wait,
permanent
Coco,
reclaiming my time
Oh,
mean,
say
so
what?
you can't do
Go ahead,
you
anything.
Vizzy.
live in Texas, right? You should represent Jim.
No, I'm good. No, I'm not trying to do this.
I'm sorry, but everybody in this shit's getting their ass kicked. All right. You see me in my
Um,
profile picture with those bulging muscles?
Girl,
no, I
please.
do not live in Texas. I actually live
But
in
to be
Arkansas.
fair, if he's
Arkansas.
living in
I'll
like a
drive up to
new,
Arkansas, kick your ass.
if he
Yeah, you
lives
can
in
find
like
me
a
in
new
Arkansas.
addition in Tomball, though, it's probably really not worth $1 million. It's probably like a toothpick house.
No, yeah, definitely not.
Paid
Hey,
for.
I hear a Puron speaking to me. All right, and I quite frankly don't
Moron.
like that.
Tomball is not that exciting.
Tomball is so expensive. Like, have you been to Tomball, man?
Live near Houston,
Well,
yeah.
fuck me, silly, and shove a dildo up my ass. You never been to Tomball and you're
What?
seeing my house?
Yo,
It's a
Yo,
pause, bro.
Yeah,
Pause,
pause.
I'm sure you do that every night, Martin.
Yo,
oh
Hey,
Tomball
yeah,
Martin,
is
shit.
Martin,
Yo,
how tall
nah,
are you?
Tomball is nothing to
yo,
write home
please,
about,
somebody
y'all.
record this.
I'm 6'5",
Please.
225 pounds.
I'm 6'7", 300 pounds.
Yeah, I mean
Sorry,
you're
bro.
just fat. You're like morbidly obese.
No, it's muscle. It's muscle.
Yeah, definitely not.
You're
Send a
calling
picture. Send a
Brian
picture.
Shaw's 420. You calling him
Can
fat?
I
I
love.
Hey,
I,
can you
I
Martin.
send a
really
picture of me?
I really love how Martin was not
I don't
able to
give a
contend
fuck
with me
about what you gotta
intellectually.
say, Samurai Jim. Let's get the
And neither
conversation.
do I, Martin. Neither do I. See, you could just fuck off in the comments, but you
Martin,
can't hate
I'm like
from
300 pounds, and
up
that's
here.
when I'm like writing your dad, by the way.
That's
Like he
extra
was
funny.
trolling. Is he even real? I don't it seemed like a
Nah, I
troll.
don't think he's real. I think
No,
he's a troll.
not the $1 million mansion. There's no $1 million mansions in Tomball. Trust me.
What is what's happening? What?
I don't know.
Oh my god. I actually want to bring him back
bro,
up.
that pause was huge.
Yeah, mega on God.
Yo.
I have a bone to pick with Busy. He doesn't believe in psychotherapy.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe in psychotherapy.
Wait. Do you think